Hi there. So I just wanted to go over the Phonotactics assignment that you have due this week. And I wanted to show you a few things in a little tutorial. So in this assignment, you've got some slides here, which is what I'm going to go over with you now. And you've got some information, some little excerpts on phonotactics. But I want you to look at, what is actually being asked of you in this assignment. So here you're asked to find a word that fits into the syllable structure of numbers 2 through 9. Okay, and then you've got a couple of examples here. So I'm going to go over some slides with you just to help you understand what exactly this means. So in order to understand how to do that assignment, you need to know about syllables. So I want to go over the anatomy of a syllable and help you understand the different kinds of syllables that there are. Okay. So first of all, in order to have a syllable, your one basic component is a vowel sound. Okay, and I say sound because as you remember with that phonetics exercise you did last week, sounds and letters are different. Okay, so it will be really helpful to you to use that IPA chart and refer to that article when you do this exercise. So what you need for a syllable is a vowel sound, okay? And from there, a syllable, right, can get broken up into a few different parts, okay? So we'll look at this little diagram here to try to understand the anatomy of a syllable. So the two main parts are the onset and the rhyme, okay? So the onset is an optional part, and it is whatever consonants are found before the vowel sound, okay? Before the vowel sound. So if you look down here, you've got a couple of example words, cat and sing, okay? So in this case, before the vowel sound, you have the sound k. That's your onset, okay? It could be 1, 2, 3 consonant sounds, but it's the consonant sounds that come before the vowel sound, okay? Then the next part, you have the rhyme. The rhyme can be broken down into two different things. So essentially, we need the nucleus, right? The nucleus is the minimum unit of the rhyme. And this, as I said, is the vowel sound. So you have to have at least that. In this word, the nucleus is a, okay? You might also have a coda. A coda is the consonant sound or sounds that follow the nucleus. And remember that this is all happening within one syllable. So sometimes, and today we are focusing on one syllable words, but remember that this can be done for the multiple syllables across much longer words, right? Okay, so those are the parts of the syllable, right? Like I said, a syllable must contain a vowel sound, and this is also including diphthongs, right? Diphthongs are like a double vowel, so ow, like cow, that's a diphthong. Syllables can be open or closed, okay? So an open syllable would not have a coda. Remember that the coda is the consonant sounds that come after the vowel sound. So an open syllable has no coda. A closed syllable just closes that right up. Consonant sound after your nucleus, after your vowel sound, okay? So this is very much what you are doing for this exercise, is that you're focusing on the different structures that a syllable can have, okay? So a C, like you'll see, this is an example of what you see in your assignment. A C is used to represent a consonant sound and a V to represent a vowel sound. So we had the word cat, for example. That's going to be this CVC structure, k, a, t, okay? Here's a syllable that is only a vowel sound, and that might be the word right? It's just one sound, just a vowel, one syllable, and it's still a word, okay? Or I. Then you have something like this CV structure here. That could be a word like no, and that could be N-O spelled out like no, or that could be no spelled out like K-N-O-W, like no, okay? And this is because we're not looking at spelling. We're looking at pronunciation. We're looking at the number of sounds. And so even though in this kind of no, you have a K-N and a W, the only sounds that you hear are N and O. And that is a CV structure, okay? So this is what you are doing for that exercise. So phonotactics is how each language can put syllables together, okay? So we have something called consonant clusters. Consonant clusters is when you have more than one consonant sound in an onset or a coda, right? A consonant cluster is just going to be, you'll see that when you have like multiple C's in the syllable structure. So each language has its own restrictions as to what sound combinations are allowed in that language, okay? So some clusters, some consonant clusters are permitted only in one position, either the onset or the coda. So in this case, you have the consonant cluster ERVs. We can't start a word with ERVs, no? It has to be at the end, right, of the syllable. Some clusters can go in both positions, right? Like cur, like crow, or acre, right? Or sk, that SK combination. You can have sky or ski or skate, where you have sk at the beginning of the syllable. Or you can have ask or risk, where that SK combination is at the end of the syllable, okay? So phonotactics just means that how we combine these are the consonant sounds of our language and where they can go in a syllable is going to be different, right? So in Russian, for example, if I show you this word means to look, right? You'll immediately notice that MGL is not a permitted consonant cluster in English. Definitely not at the beginning of the word, right? We have no idea how to pronounce this without any background on Russian. So that is the idea of phonotactics. And in your exercise, you want to use that IPA chart so that you can focus on the number of sounds and not the number of letters. Be really careful with that, okay? And contact me if you have questions. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.